Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We are back with a new episode of our recap and review of the Challenge All Stars season 4. This is episode 12, the final of the final. And we are back from the cliffhanger that they left us on, where TJ is going to tell us who is at the bottom and who is going home out of Derek and Laurel. Yeah, and so he starts off from there, and I was like, if Laurel went home, it would like I wanted Laura to go home, but I knew that wasn't gonna happen. That was too easy.
Yeah, I don't know because I feel like this whole episode it was given very much. I don't know why they try to issue out this last minute storyline for her, like oh we just can't get rid of her type of thing. But yeah, so in the end we find out that Derek is going home. So literally everything he's done to fight was for nothing essentially because yeah.
I I mean the episode, I'm not gonna say the entire episode was
It was
for her.
worth it.
I don't think it was.
They could have made episode 11 an hour and 30 minutes. Like they
Yeah,
did not
I think
need.
they should have just wrapped it up in the one episode. But I will say I'm not gonna say the whole episode was necessarily rigged for her. I think it was just having that person who go home give the Starway advantage is would be rigged for anybody if they if they had that type of. I think they could have just left that off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I don't
I
necessarily
agree.
think it was like, yeah, I don't think it was like the production was like we're rooting for Laurel to win. I think it was more so they put that whatever star twist in there, and anybody could have got that, and it
Yeah,
would
when I say rigged,
have
in
advantage.
most cases, I don't mean necessarily. Well, sometimes it's production, but in this particular case, it was rigged as in this whole setup was rigged. Like
Yeah,
how everything operated and moved did not. I did not like because even so, after Derek leaves, TJ announces that they can give away their star and they might have an advantage in the final leg if they make it. So that poses two questions: what if the person that get the star is eliminated? Then they give out two stars to whoever, or like then it's like, what's that all about? But anyway, so then we go into the next
what
checkpoint or
Derek gives the star
elimination.
to Laurel.
Oh yeah, he gives the star to Laurel.
Mhm.
So we go into the next advantage, which was Spicy Foot. Basically, players must eat 10 peppers off a hanging string connected to a pulley system, which they can lower by raising their foot. The first player to consume all 10 peppers win. I was confused. Like I wasn't confused, but I was just like, what is the purpose of this?
I just really wish they did a traditional challenge. Having all these separate games, it was a little annoying because I'm like, just get to it. Just get to it. I want them to run, stop for a checkpoint, run, stop for a checkpoint at their
Yeah.
own pace. I didn't need TJ to keep coming in, doing, explaining the game. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't need to be
Yeah.
that. Like,
It
just
was
have
just filling in
you
time.
only see TJ at the beginning of a final and then at the end of a final. I know TJ, like, I
um
didn't know I had to work this hard, but this season is just too much.
Yeah. So in this one, excuse me. In this one, Nicole is the winner. She has an advantage. So the next one, the elimination is balanced for Survivor, where players must place a cup of liquid into a holder connected to ropes. They use the ropes to maneuver the holder to their mouths so that they can suck and spit the liquid into a tube. Players continue this process until they collect enough liquid to reach the line marked on the tube. The winning player from the previous checkpoint has the line on their tube lowered. So Nicole already had an advantage because her tube, her mark was lower. But also, I feel like these tubes wasn't the same for everybody because there's no way Leroy tube was all the way behind his ear, so he had to literally grab his tube to even like put it in his mouth because half the time it was going over his shoulder. Like, and then Veronica, now this is when you talk about like size and all this other stuff because Veronica couldn't even like maneuver her stuff. Because I think they all was like essentially the same. So like hers was like even higher and whatnot. And then yeah, I didn't like this one at all because things was not. I don't think it was an even playing field.
No, none of these finals are ever even playing fields. Realistically, everybody that goes into the final, somebody's always gonna have a fucking advantage at some point. And sometimes somebody's gonna just be at an extreme disadvantage. Ain't really nothing that we can do at this point. Like, I don't even know how they try to make it fair.
Yeah. And then I just wish they would have made I guess the rules a little clearer. If they could use their hands to actually like grab the tube and then put it in their mouth to like spit the water out, because it made it seem like they couldn't touch it. But so Leroy ends up leaving. He gives his star to Steve, which places Steve at 2, Laura at 2, everybody else at 1. And then we get into the last elimination round or advantage, where TJ says it's going to be a double advantage, and then the next elimination will be a double elimination. So this one is called hose balls, played in teams of 2. Teams must spray a fire hose at a ball so that it rolls into their team's goal at the end of the triangle, while both of their opponents try to do the same. The first team to score 2 goals win. Ace and Cara win this one. Steve was trying to block Laurel and Nicole because he didn't want them to win. Nicole got mad, and then she was like, "I'm a firefighter, so I'm gonna do this." And
yeah, because she like she pushed on Steve, I think, and then they fell. It kind of just left the opening for it to go straight into Cara and Ace's goal. So yeah, I mean. Yeah, so Cara Ace would take that one. It was just a lot of happening. I couldn't really even see what was really it didn't really show differentiating like the difference between the goals. So I didn't really know even who.
Yeah, because when they was like sorry to cut you off. When the sign came up that the advantage earned, I was like, wait. I thought this was
it was Cara and them when they said advantage earned, because they're the only people that only had one.
Yeah, I knew it was them, but I'm saying like, when you look at it outside of where it said advantage earned, you couldn't tell that was Cara and
yeah, I couldn't tell who was who. I couldn't tell who goes was. I was like, let's just hurry this up. I'm tired of these little games, so I didn't even care really.
These mini games in the final be kind of annoying. You'd be like,
yeah,
can we speed this up?
Because it's annoying too, because especially when you actually get into like the main final where it's more mini games, like
that was so annoying. So Cara Ace get the last advantage. So what you say?
I was just saying, I was agreeing.
Yeah, so they get the last advantage. So now it is the last elimination section, and this one is going to be a double elimination. And the advantage for this one that Cara and Ace earn is that they get to go first. And I will we'll go through it. So they get to choose who gets to go in there first, and Cara picks. I'm sorry, Cara asks Ace, Ace say Cara, and so whatever, they come to consensus, Cara going first. Cara go first. You see all 3 rooms. The first room is the nail down 3. I didn't really, at first I wasn't sure that I didn't know until Steve went that it said 3 nails. I thought they had nailed down all the nails, but
it should have been all of them. But
yeah, it nailed down 3 nails. Nail down 3 nails, and so it's all based on time. So whoever gets the most time, no matter what room you go in, they go in based off your time. So
I don't think it was fair either. I sorry to cut you off.
You don't think it's fair?
No, because clearly, if I'm doing so, the 3 rooms was like you said, nailed it, where players must hammer 3 long nails into a log. The second room was marble blast, where players must roll a ball through a hole at the end of the ramp and must collect the ball and restart after every miss. And then the third room was firearm while wearing the gloves set on fire. Players must use the glove to ignite the 4 targets before throwing kerosene soaked balls at the targets until the balls are ignited. So yeah, I don't think time should be calculated, because again, if I'm just throwing balls that's already like kerosene filled, that's easy and it's gonna be quicker. And then the marble one, as we saw, like that is harder and it's gonna take more time, because I gotta calculate velocity. I gotta make sure I'm throwing it at the right speed, the right distance, I'm at the right angle. And then I just don't think time should have been counted for that.
Well, I guess but it's supposed to look easier, and it did look easier, I think, to them than the nails, even though I felt like the nails might have been easy. I don't know. I think it was like a trick, but obviously the one with the fire was the easiest, because I was confused. Like Cara said, like some of the stuff Cara was like, "Is that it? Is that it?" But yeah, obviously the fire is easier. But I guess the point is that it could go through the holes and not catch on fire. But if they're soaked in kerosene,
I was
then
going to say, it's literally soaked. One touch, and that baby is lighted. Like,
yeah.
I just
But
don't
yeah,
think they should have did by time. I think they should have kept the once it's completed it's blocked rule, and then I don't know, because
Or am I do
again,
that?
all the time, I don't know
You
what
know
I
they
would
weren't going to do
change.
that because anything that makes them do extra work or anything that could be perceived as complicated, you're not going to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what I would change, but I know for a fact that the slowest, I would probably rework that because again, yeah, if I do the carry scene, yeah, only 2 people can do it. But if I'm spending 30 minutes trying to get this ball down this ramp and I keep missing, how that's automatic? Like I'm automatically out. Like there's nothing I can do about that.
yeah.
And then,
So
like you said, if you're only hammering 3 out of the 18 nails in there, I mean, of course, that's going to be faster than once again. I don't really have to do anything but hit the nail.
yeah, I thought they were. That's why I said I thought they had to do all of them because 3, and like Steve said, if you mess up one and bend it, okay, forget that one. Go to the next one. It's got to be 3. It didn't say which 3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when Kara goes first, she picks the room, and then she tells Ace when she comes out to pick the fire room and block off that room, which is smart. My only problem, not a problem with what she did, but after everybody kept going, and then when it was time for, what's the name, Nicole and Laurel to go, the only room that was left is the one nail room, and then the one marble room. And Nicole picks the marble room, so Laurel is stuck with the nail room. And then when she finished, she comes out and basically tells Kara like "F you," like "forget you." But I'm like, what are you talking about? Kara's advantage was to make herself go first. You
Yeah,
had 4 other people who went before you, and they also didn't pick you to go. So why is it?
exactly.
Well, what's that mean? Why the F me for? like, like.
Yeah.
Like, what the F her for? She did not pick you. Also, Ace did not pick you. Also, Steve did not pick you. Also, Veronica did not pick you. Why should I have picked you? You got left with the harder one because the other people also didn't pick you. So
And then you
Exactly.
didn't get left with the harder one because you ended up staying.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
like I really don't get what I understand why you're mad, but it can't be directed at anybody. Did you want me to give you my spot? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That ain't how it works.
Yeah.
I wonder if Nicole would have took the nails if Laura would have still made it to the final. Because I
No,
know Nicole, if I was
No.
Nicole
I
looking
don't think
back,
so.
I would have been like, oh, you lucky.
Yeah,
You
probably not.
lucky.
'Cause that marble room it's
Because
cute.
literally both
Maybe
people
it's
who
like
did
an
it
eat
were
here.
out.
Yeah, both. Yeah, yeah. So that marble room was a decoy.
Exactly. Once again, why I said you should have gone by time because literally the 2 people who did it instantly, y'all good, y'all go, bye.
Yeah,
So Nicole and Veronica are double eliminated, and once again, they give their stars to, not once again, but they give their stars to Nicole, who now, not Nicole,
to
Laurel,
Laura.
who now has 4 stars, Steve, who has 2, and Ace and Cara has 1. We're not gonna talk about the overnight. They go to bed. That's cute or whatever.
They never go to sleep. The overnight portion of the challenge, the overnight portion of the final is like the worst part of the fucking show.
Well, it's the worst part now. Back in the day, they actually used to not be able to sleep, but now that we
Yeah,
got walls and
but they
stuff,
also used to try to like make a plot line of
they're
like
PC.
not
They're
going to
PC now.
sleep or something to
They
make
gotta
it
be.
competitive. Like now it's kind of just like we know you guys aren't gonna go to sleep, so it's like who cares?
Well, they was already up at 3 in the morning, so I'm pretty sure they started at like 8 o'clock. I'm pretty sure they still got to go by filming rules where they only get like 12 to 14 hours of filming to do a day, or they gotta have an 8 hour turnaround before they can start. So if they didn't go to bed till 3, they didn't start the next day until like 3 p.m. But anyway, they PC now. They got all these rules in place because we got vegans and people don't want to, do it under these harsh conditions. So they got to be mindful of that, which is fine. But just don't show us the overnight if it's not going to be an actual overnight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we get to the final leg where players must ride a scooter to a star loop containing 5 checkpoints. Players must complete 5 laps of the star loops, which requires them to complete 1 checkpoint at the first lap 2 checkpoints at the second, and so on until all 5 checkpoints are done in the 5th lap. For each star a player possessed, they can each use one to skip a checkpoint, but they can only use the star once per lap. After completing all 5 laps, players must then run to collect one of the 3-star handles, which has a key, and then run to the finish line, and the 4th person is eliminated. So the checkpoints are Drink It, where players can either eat a cockroach or take a shot of fermented liquid. Connect It, where players must complete a pipe puzzle, requiring them to use pieces to form a path between 2 ends of a pipe. Rocket, where players must find 10 stones in a tub of mealworms, then stack the stones and have them stand for 10 seconds. Build It, where players must assemble a vertical puzzle. And then finally, Swing It, where wall harness players must swing themselves to place 2 rings around a hook mounted on a tall wall. And this is where it's unfair, because why would you give someone with 4 stars the ability to literally basically skip
everything?
Exactly.
There was no point at all to that.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I felt like maybe, I don't know how they could have did this. First of all, I don't think they should have added that star. You left, the person get eliminated, you eliminated.
Yeah.
But I don't think they should have been able to give her their stars, especially 4. It's only it's only 5 rounds or whatever, and one person has the ability to skip one of the things in each round. that was completely ridiculous. Whether it was Laurel who got it, Cara, anybody who got it, it would have been crazy.
They didn't think that one through.
I don't think they thought it through, because it really was just no.
Yeah. So I mean, unfortunately, it's nothing really to say when it comes to like these type of checkpoints, because everybody is one kind of working in the same like area. There's a disadvantage and an advantage, or like there's the first place, second place, but at the end of the day, like once you like in these type of checkpoints, kind of when you like stuck in like second or third, you're pretty much stuck in like second or third. And then when somebody has 4 stars that can skip everything, you really just playing for second and third at this point, honestly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I will say, I'm gonna say that even with her 4 advantages, Laurel barely got that from Cara, who didn't even use it. She had 1 advantage, and she only used to walk past that final thing. I don't care what anybody say, Cara would have been finished with this final if she had 4 advantages.
Yeah.
He was, but I don't like the what's it called, the editing at the very end, because they showing Laura running for the end, and Cara was behind her, but they kept showing behind Laurel as if and we see Cara's not there. So if she's running for the finish line, we know the finish line got to be right in front of her, and you showing behind her, and Cara's not there. So we know there's no chance. So why are you showing a split, like trying to show us a split screen with she ain't right behind her, so she ain't gonna win.
Yeah.
But for her to come in second and pass Steve, and Steve was right behind Laurel, I say that's
the only reason Steve didn't come in second is because he messed up how he used his stars. So he wanted to use his star to skip. He should have did it vice versa, essentially.
He skip 2 in 1 round, but you can only skip 1.
But he should have did the puzzle and then skipped the swing, and then would have just like ran. But yeah, so he messed up on his own. But I still think Steve did it. I mean, I get the edit was that Steve back was against the wall, but outside of going into eliminations a couple of times, I don't think Steve ever really was like out like an outsider. I feel like he put himself on the outside of everything, because
I don't think he was the outsider. I mean, he went into elimination, but
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he was like, because everybody was like, Steve fought for this. And I mean, he went into eliminations. That's the game, but like, it wasn't like back in the day when Jay was like literally like the target. Like that's somebody who was like unlawfully or unwrongfully thrown into elimination. Steve was just, it was the luck of the draw. There's only like 2 of us in nomination, which is another issue I have with this season is, why do you got 16 people in the middle group, but 2 people in the losing group? Like, Make that make sense.
Who-
Like,
I don't know who thought about. I don't know who came up with that. Fire whoever the fuck came up with that idea.
yeah.
Fire,
Because
because
that didn't make sense how some of these the math, it was like one time it was
yeah,
like 5 people in the middle group, only 3 or 2 guys was in the losing group. Like, well, it was 3, but it's like, okay, we only
Like,
can
we
do
don't
so
choose,
many.
you can
yeah.
only like you're limited to who you actually can target, and
Yeah.
it kind of it almost forces you to basically not even play the game. It's kind of
Politics,
just
like,
like, yeah, it's like you can't even really politic your way out of it, because like if you're in the bottom and it's only 3 people and 2 of them are likable, it's like, or
yeah.
if 3 people in the bottom, you the only one with a star, and it obvious like there's no even point of you campaigning. They would throw you in automatically because they want your star. So it's like, bro, just get ready, strap your boots up. It kind of wasn't fair in a sense.
Yeah. Especially towards the end again, like that one with Leroy, where it's like, I think Zach or his podcast was like Leroy should have like politics to like save his spot against like Ryan, but it's like there's only so much I can say and do. Like, I still didn't have like the numbers against, like I couldn't do anything. So it's just, yeah, this season, once again, we getting closer to like, y'all just need to work out the kinks. Maybe if y'all start filming so close, and then I guess this is the perks of filming 2 years ago versus like now. But hopefully, All Stars 5, they can get these kinks out and 40, because if they mess it after 39, 40 got to be good. So, but
I didn't like, while the winner wasn't the winner that I was hoping for this season, anything was still better than 39. 39 was
yeah,
terrible, unwatchable, but this would, it is what it is, but it was still better than 39. I don't care what
yeah.
nobody.
But the only issue I have with Laurel winning, so Laura ends up winning, Cara is in second place, Steve in third, and they's got eliminated. The only problem I have with Laurel winning is she really didn't have to do anything this whole season.
Yeah, but like we said, and like Laurel knew, they were gonna
Which
do
is the problem.
they
Like,
were gonna do a thing at the
like,
end
it should
that
never
allowed them to
be.
get a star. It should never have been an extra thing to get them a star.
Yeah.
It should have been you 6 made it to the final. Bye bye to people who did not get a star. That's the way it
Yeah.
should be. Otherwise, what am I even going into elimination for? Doing this for a possibility? You got to have a star to make my final. TJ, why you keep telling me that? I know it's gonna be a so I ain't going in. And now unless they switch it up and lull people into a sense of complacency, and then next season they gonna do that because everybody gonna think. But right now, the status quo or the expected thing is, like we all said, right before the final, you gonna get a chance. So why even try the rest of the season?
Yeah.
It's that's the way Laura played it, and it worked, and she won. So I mean, I ain't necessarily gonna hate on the girl because MTV, not MTV, who is this? The challenge, they did what they set it up that way, and it worked. And so
Yeah.
it ain't necessarily her
But
fault. She played it. They
I don't
did.
know. I just don't like that, because these last couple of winners
Yeah, I
that we
don't like it.
have, they all started to get actresses on their wins. Like we said, 39 E-Man win, very much a big asterisk.
I agree.
Outside of I think the only true, like, Dev and Tori, I think they deserve their win. But
Yeah,
Casey's before that is a big asterisk on hers,
Yeah,
because
Casey,
all she did was choose the right partner.
yeah, Casey, no, I gotta agree with that win at all.
Yeah,
That
she
win was
got
great
lucky, bro. She got
because
mad.
not even and the win with CT. A lot of people are going to win with CT, but that's not even what my asterisks come from. The asterisks come from the fact that you lost the whole final. And then, because you were doing so bad in the final, you had to go into an elimination where you got to pick whoever. No.
And then you lost against your girlfriend. Well, you didn't lose. You won against your girlfriend, who basically gave you a spot in the final.
She
And then
basically
because
let you win.
If
Yeah.
you would have told them at the beginning, if you do terrible in this final, you get to pick whoever you want at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, Lori would have been tripping, falling, and stumbling this whole final. To pick CT, because what was that? That was crazy. But that was the worst final. No, that wasn't the worst final. USA 2 was the worst final.
Like I said, these last couple of seasons, it's been questioned. Like, they start off good, or at least like somewhat of a trajectory, and then once we get halfway, it's just boom, like
Yeah, they kind
straight
of
down.
lose us halfway through, and it's kind of just like you want to continue. Like we have no choice but to see it through to the end. But you kind of get to a point where it's just like we took a left turn and we didn't have to. We was good, but people started making questionable decisions. Production, they start picking favorites of who they think they gonna get close to the final.
They making they
Like
change.
you start seeing subtle hints and shit, and especially on 39, and then because that was blatant. They did it here on this season of All Stars.
Yeah, which is my problem as well. And I said this before. They need to do better with casting. Like, you can't have one in general, because All Stars 5 that casting is trash. Like, I get that you wanted a rival season, but you could have pulled some people to get like a true all-star rival season, not pulling people from the main season. Like, why is Corey coming on next season?
Corey has done actually 2 seasons of the challenge. He has done 2
Corey
seasons.
who?
Corey L. Okay. But yeah, so Laurel wins, and kudos to her. I was rooting for Cara, but Laurel won. And like I said, it ain't necessarily her fault. Production, they put that star rule in there that the person that leads gives you a star, which is a very defining factor in her winning. And she at home with $250,000. So, but congratulations to everybody. But yeah, so that is our review and recap. And with this, I believe Savon is the winner of the fantasy draft.
You think?
And you got the winner, Laurel, right?
Duh.
Yeah, Savon is a double winner. He won first pick out. He won final the winner, and he got the winner. So he's a 3-time winner for this fantasy draft. But hold on.
But yeah, but what you about to show?
We don't gotta show it. We know.
Hey, we don't need to see the scores. Don't try to embarrass me.
No. Show the scores.
No.
All of them.
So in first place, we have Say with 2,274 points. We have me in second place with 1,360 points, and we have Gigi with third. And
why you didn't have any people on that team?
You had one.
You had one person left.
Leroy.
Oh, well, he didn't make it to the end. My team.
He didn't make it. You made it to this episode, though.
You made it to the final, like the final episode, but not
made it to the final. Okay.
Yeah. So Leroy was your sole person. You had 903. Carl was my sole person. And in this episode alone, Say still had freaking 4 people eliminated in this episode. Technically 5 if you want to count Steve, but his whole team
to the final though, right?
His whole team made it to the final essentially.
Okay. Next time I'll do better.
What?
Next time I'm going 40 is my year 10.
And y'all made me pick last too. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, you did pick last.
Y'all made me pick last.
You picked first, Gigi, which is even worse.
Yeah, that is.
I pick with my heart.
You be picking with your heart and your soul. You don't be picking who you think gonna actually make the final.
Yeah, I get it.
Because I be picking people that I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I do that, but generally, I mean, it don't be that many people. I don't be knowing who they are, but generally, yeah, I do pick the people I like.
Yeah.
But that is our thoughts and our review on the Challenge All-Star Season 4, final episode. Please like and subscribe. Let us know what you thought of the episode, and we will see you on our next video. Peace.